recording. Yay! We just had a pretty good lunch. Where was that at? I mean, dinner, what was that? Oh, look, there's Hank saying hello, everybody.
It was the Wrangler Drive-In in Fairfield, Idaho.
Yep, we're headed, as you can see, not the other camera. The smoke went away, I think. A little bit of it did. But we're headed up to, where are we going? Where are we going? I forgot.
You didn't either.
I know, but tell them. You tell them.
We're going to Pine, Idaho.
Why?
To stay the weekend with some friends, Ted and Jackie.
And why are we not taking the motorcycle then? Because of that weather?
Because we had a whole bunch of crap back there.
And we got Hank.
And we got Hank.
Yeah. Hank's going to the woods, buddy. You going to the woods? You like the woods. So, anyway, looks like it's going to be... I didn't know this. I would have backed out on it, but Nikki didn't tell me till we were going. It's going to be rainy up here in the hills. And cold.
We're going to be in a cabin with heat.
They may want us to go outside.
We don't have to pitch a tent.
Yeah, but they got an outhouse.
They don't either.
Don't they? What are we going to do if they don't have one? Anyway, that's going to be this video, guys. Want to say anything, Hank?
He wants a treat. See, look what his ears do when you say treat. Treat.
Yeah, boy.
Treat.
Well, give him a treat. I do the same thing when she tells me, you want a treat? I do this, watch my ears.
Bye.
Goodbye. So what year did you build this thing? Did they start?
Well, it would have been like right about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Them logs,
Actually, I think it was 1982.
Was it? So them logs came 200, over 200 miles.
Yeah.
Back and forth to get planed down and saw it off. And I'm going to throw a map on here, guys, and show you where, how far where these logs came from, where they went, where they stayed, and where they came back to. A lot of work in this beautiful house. Sorry guys, don't have my big map. It's in my truck and it's not here. So we're going to use this map. You remember me on the last video we went to Redfish. We stopped and we took some photos overlooking the valley. Well, that's where they harvested those logs, right away up here. Now they took them all the way down through here, all the way down to this little town, Buell. Now that's a good 100, probably 150 miles. They took them down to Buell, Idaho, right there. And that's where they left the logs all stacked up nice and neatly and air dried for a year and a half. And it took a lot of loads of logs. It ain't just like they took one little truckload, a lot of them. They sat there and they dried there, okay? Once they dried for a year and a half, they took them down here to the river, right about there, to a mill, had them squared off, because a log has to be square on two sides for them to work with them. So they did that. Then they took them all the way back up this road, all the way here, and then up into Pine. Right there's Pine, if you can see Pine. I mean, them logs, that's got to be 300 miles of trucking logs and unloading them and loading them back up 3, 4, 5 times. And they also, the lumber in that building was made out of the trees they got. They laminated it all together. So I just thought I'd show you that. They went a long ways. Oh, Hank's going to tip over down there. He's trying to take a pee on a hill. The tripod about fell over.
Well, I hope you guys slept okay.
Oh, yeah, like a rock. You say that's 60 years old?
Yeah, it's been repainted.
Oh, yeah, well, I would imagine. I've been repainted. I'm almost 70. I bet I can't work as hard as that thing can. And that's what made the whole foundation, leveled all the ground off around here.
Yeah. That and this little tiny cat that's way back in the trees.
Way back in the trees. Sun's coming out, gonna be a beautiful day.
Yeah,
Well, the rain's gone and the sun's coming out. 40 acres here. These are all 40-acre lots. You can see house there, one up there. Minimum of 40 acres. 40 acres per house, so you don't have to worry about a neighbor too close. But yeah, a man and his sons, and then he hired some people to help build, but they cut all them logs. And like I said, I'll show you where they came from. But what a beautiful place. Gonna spend the weekend here. We'll take pictures here and there and throw them on here. But this was just forest, and it's got on fire twice, they said. You can see by the burnt trees. I mean, it came up close to the cabin. It did take down out their, it burned their shed down there, their garage, and they didn't burn this down. Isn't that lucky? Awesome. So I'm just going to throw some snapshots on here, but this is a beautiful place up Pine, Idaho. Is the closest town, which is way down this road down here, down to the main road, and then way down that way to another road. You go next to the Anderson, I think it's Anderson Reservoir. Yeah, beautiful. We'll get some films of that maybe when they're way out. So, unless I see something else, which I'm sure I will, I think we're going to end this, and I'm just going to look around. Beautiful, beautiful place. Good to have good friends that invited us up here. That's awesome. Just awesome place. There's their Hank is having a great time. So he's running around with that Shelby. She's a border collie. Don't know where Hank is. He's exploring. He's liking it. Well, you know, I do the video and Vicky does the snapshots, and these are some of the ones I took. After we get through looking at these amateur ones, we'll get to look at Vicky's fine photos. But it was a beautiful sight up there. I mean, it was so nice and peaceful, and wake up to the smell of pine trees in the morning. You can't beat that. Then also, what really drug me out of bed that morning was the fine breakfast that Jackie fixed us. They brought up so much food, and she cooked us a great breakfast, French toast and all the trimmings. So, thank you guys, and now on to Vicky's photos. Well, unfortunately, the little dog, Shelby, and Hank were out playing somewhere and she got cut bad. So this weekend got cut down short. This is Saturday afternoon. We're going to spend another 24 hours here. But she's cut bad enough we got to take her to the vet, which the closest vet is about an hour away, a little over an hour away, 90 minutes away. So we're going to all pack up and we're going to head back down to a vet, and we're going to call it a weekend here. Had a wonderful weekend here though, up until now. Feel sorry for the little dog. I mean, it's a bad cut. It's probably 2 inches long and a ½ inch wide and all the way through her hide into the meat. So it's a bad cut. And we all love animals, and that's rough. Poor little thing. So we're going to call it a day. We're going to do some filming on the way out of here, though. And we've showed you some of the views from here. It's a wonderful place. I'm going to help them pack up right now, and we're going to, like I said, call it a week. Unfortunately, we didn't get to stay as long as we wanted to due to Shelby's little accident. It was a big cut. I'll show you a picture of the stitches later. Ted and Jackie felt really bad that they had to call it a short weekend, but we didn't feel bad at all. We're glad we got to go up there, and that little dog means more to everybody than a weekend of partying.
Yeah, he does. He's worried.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't make the wrong turn and end up in Deliverance. You see a guy playing a banjo and another guy playing a guitar. We're going the other way. You can tell by the pictures how beautiful it is up there at their cabin, and it's a beautiful little drive down through here. Also, you can see all the trees that had burned side to side. They've had 2 fires up there recently. There's a burnt tree right there. So I'm going to throw some music on here. You enjoy the road trip. Lake you see to the right there is called Anderson Reservoir, and it is way down from what it usually is. But I'll show you a video of that in a minute. Just as we got out of the car to film, naturally, you can see the wind came up. Hopefully, I'm blocking enough of it you can hear. This is Anderson Reservoir, isn't that right, Vicki? And it is way down. We're on our way back home. You can see the colors are changing in them trees there. It's fall. So it's time to do that. We didn't record any of this road. We've done that before, but you did see us record the road coming out of there. We sure hope the little doggie's doing good. Well, Shelby made it to the doctor. You can see that rip. That's a big one. I don't know how she did that. We think maybe she crawled underneath one of the implements there and there was a sharp edge. Her and Hank was chasing squirrels and having a great time. Hank really enjoyed her company. We enjoyed everybody's company. It was a great day. Other than this, she'll be good. She'll be well. She'll be chasing squirrels again soon.